The structure of the Rogers Center feels quieter today, and it is not just because of the harsh Canadian winter. The confirmation that Bo Bichette will now wear the blue and orange of Queens on a contract worth $126 million with the Mets officially closes a chapter that many of us believed was the prologue to a dynasty. Greetings, Jays Nation! I am Liam, and this is Jays Nation News. We are building this channel from scratch, brick by brick, and our initial goal is to reach the first 47 subscribers who seek a technical analysis without the noise of sensationalist headlines. If you value sobriety and sports commentary, join us. What we have seen in the last few hours was the outcome of a negotiation that deeply alters our roster. Bo Bichette, the engine of this lineup for years, has moved on to New York. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s reaction, direct and restrained, speaks volumes about the atmosphere in the front office. I am happy for him. 5 words that carry the weight of a friendship forged in the minor leagues and that almost touched the top of the world in Game 7 of the last World Series. Vladdy was honest in admitting his personal sadness, but he understands, like few others, that baseball is, above all, a business of astronomical figures and pragmatic decisions. Bichette's departure is not just the loss of an elite bat, it is the dissolution of a partnership that defined the visual and competitive identity of Toronto. With the loss of Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers and now Bichette's departure, the pressure on our lineup has become suffocating. The board now faces a market that narrows by the hour. The name emerging with strength behind the scenes is Cody Bellinger. But this is where the analysis requires caution. There is a concerning message echoing among experts. Toronto Sun analyst Steve Simmons raised a question that bothers many. Would Bellinger truly be the upgrade we need, or would we just be buying an expensive name to quiet the fans? Simmons points out that Bellinger hit just .188 against the Blue Jays themselves in the division series. Spending over $30 million a year on a player who might not outperform a recovered Anthony Santander is a financial risk that could paralyze the payroll for half a decade. We need to talk about Anthony Santander. His first year in Toronto was, to say the least, a prolonged slump due to injuries. A .175 average with just 6 home runs in 54 games is something that does not match the $92 million investment made last year. However, manager John Schneider seems inclined to double down on Santander's health for 2026. Schneider mentioned that the player is motivated, hungry to prove that the investment was not a mistake. There is a tactical logic to this. If Santander returns to his 40 home run form, and if we integrate Kazuma Okamoto efficiently, the lineup regains its potency without the need to enter a desperate bidding war with the New York Yankees for Bellinger. Schneider's strategy has always been based on versatility in moving pieces and keeping everyone active. Without the obligation to fit Tucker or maintain Bichette, the manager gains a freedom of movement that could preserve what he calls the everyman culture. But let's be realistic, the absence of a second big name to protect Vladdy in the batting order is a technical engineering problem. Will Leach of MLB.com suggests that Toronto should try to outbid the Yankees for Bellinger simply because the options for elite left-handed hitters have practically vanished. It is a classic market dilemma. Buy high out of necessity, or trust in internal development and the physical recovery of those already on the roster. Vladdy now finds himself in a position of solitary leadership. He has watched his contemporaries depart, one by one. Maintaining a friendship with Bichette is commendable on a human level, but on the diamond, he will need protection. If the front office decides that Santander is the answer, the stakes are high. If he fails again, the year 2026 could be a waste of Guerrero Jr. as technical prime. The data analysis suggests that the board is being conservative, perhaps waiting for a more advantageous trade opportunity in the middle of the season, rather than committing to Bellinger now. What remains for us is to observe Santander's performance in spring training. He is the key. If he does not deliver the expected production, the weight on Vladdy will be unbearable. We are facing a season of definition. Either we prove that Schneider's system is resilient to the loss of stars, or we will admit that the title window that opened years ago is beginning to close. Toronto needs an ace on the mound and consistency in the bullpen, but none of that matters if the main bat is isolated. We have reached the end of this technical analysis. As I mentioned, our goal here at Jays Nation News is to reach the 47 subscriber mark to consolidate this community of sober analysis. If this content added value to your understanding of the franchise's direction, your subscription is the support that keeps this project independent. We will see how the front office reacts in the coming weeks, whether there will be an aggressive move for Bellinger or if confidence in Santander will be the central theme of 2026. I am Liam, and my loyalty remains with the Toronto Blue. Until the next analysis.